When his wife brought out a plate of raw chicken, the man felt a wave of nausea. His wife was completely confused but found herself wrapped in her husband's arms. He tore at her clothes, greedily breathing in her scent. Even late into the night, he couldn't fall asleep. The reason was that just a few days ago, he had accidentally taken a job as a mortician. After graduation, Jack joined a band, but it wasn't long before the entire band suddenly broke up. The band's breakup left Jack feeling completely lost. The high rent forced him to abandon his dreams and return to his hometown with his wife. Every day he checked job listings, but he only knew music and couldn't find suitable work. Suddenly, he spotted an unusual ad that said the job was related to goodbyes. The couple thought this was a travel agency position. When Jack arrived at the address, the building looked run down and shabby. Inside, only one person was working. 3 coffins sat in the corner, making Jack want to run away. That's when the boss walked in. Jack still handed over his resume, but the boss didn't even look at it. He hired him on the spot. Jack was a bit confused, but still asked about the salary. The boss just held up 5 fingers. Faced with such generous pay, Jack hesitated for a moment and asked about the specific job duties. However, when he learned this was about preparing the deceased for their final journey, Jack was completely disgusted. It turns out goodbyes meant this. A secretary's typo had brought Jack here. He couldn't accept it at first, but the boss handed him some money and asked him to try it for one day. He wanted to refuse, but still took the money. Jack decided to give it a shot. When his wife asked him about it, Jack lied to her. His wife was thrilled to hear the news, but the happier she was, the more guilty Jack felt. The next day, Jack went to work. It happened that the boss was filming a promotional video, and Jack's job was to play a corpse. Although the work was easy, an accident still happened. When foam was applied to his face, he couldn't help but sneeze. The razor left a scar on his face. That night, when his wife noticed the wound, Jack chose to lie again. He thought this job wasn't so difficult after all, but the real test was just beginning. That day, the company received an assignment. Jack felt very uneasy on the way there. When they arrived at the scene, a terrible stench hit them. The rotting corpse was a huge shock to him. The boss even made him help carry the body. After finishing the work, Jack sat there in a daze for a long time. After receiving 20,000 yen, he sat on the bus with a blank expression. The strange smell on him drew complaints from other passengers. Only then did he snap back to reality. He walked into a nearby bathhouse and began scrubbing himself frantically, but the shadow in his heart could never be washed away. His wife eventually discovered his job and demanded that Jack quit. She was disgusted by how dirty he was. In that moment, Jack's mind went completely blank. He just sat there in a daze.